Hi all, myself Himasagarika, Assistant Professor from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, KG Reddy College of Engineering and Technology. So today I am going to introduce a course IoT, Internet of Things. So before learning any course, I would like my students to raise the three questions. What is IoT? Why we need IoT and how we can implement IoT. Before learning any course, if the students raise these three questions, the student will get interest on the course and it is very easy for the student to understand the course. So I would like to explain these three things before starting the course. And the first question is, what is IoT? What is IoT? Okay. First thing is, what is IoT? So IoT, in the name itself we can see Internet of Things, right? In the name itself we can see Internet of Things. Means interconnectivity of different things is called IoT. Okay. In a small definition, I would like to say that Internet connects non-living things that we divide and club together. Then we try to communicate and establish a protocol for the transaction of messages from the sender to receiver and from the receiver to sender. This is called IoT. Okay. So some of the examples for IoT are air conditioner, printer, water heater, camera, home system. Some of the home systems I can say like tube light, etc. So we can see so many things. So these all things come under IoT, but the only thing is they should talk through internet and data should be sent and received. Okay. So IoT is all about data. Okay. So, and one more thing I want to say that if you are just getting a data from the sensor without understanding how to use and where to use, it is useless, right? So that's the reason IoT exploits some domains like networking, sensing, big data, artificial intelligence. These all are some domains which are used to deliver complete system for a product or service, right? So I hope now it is clear for everyone. I think so. It is clear now, right? What is IoT? And I would like to tell you a small history regarding IoT devices. Okay. Since 1990, uh, 3 lakhs computers are connected to the internet. Okay. In 1990, 3 lakhs computers are connected to internet. And in the 2000, 300 plus million computers and laptops are connected. And in 2016, 2.5 billion mobile phones are connected. In 2020, most of the things like refrigerators, kettles, water heater, camera, light, all will get into internet and it would be above 15 billion devices. So you can see the drastic change in from 1990 to 2020, how a person is using the internet. In that, 4 billion navigation systems are used in cars to track or to navigate, and 5 billion variables are there like watches, shoes, etc. Okay. So we are using all these type of things in today's life. So overall I would like to say what is IoT means. IoT means anytime, any device, anyone, any service, any business, any network, anywhere. So overall everything is IoT. Okay. So IoT is all about interconnectivity to send and receive the data in a easy way, right? So I would like to explain you now the definition of IoT. So here in the name itself you can see, sorry, in the definition you can see a dynamic global network infrastructure with self-configuring. So IoT is a self-configuring capability. So it have self-configuring capability and interoperable communication and have unique identities. So unique identity means we can say like each thing will have a unique IP address. Okay. The thing which is having IP address is called a IoT device. Okay. So which device is having a IoT IP address, then it is known as a IoT device. So this is the definition of IoT. I think you can see here, right? And next, coming to the characteristics of IoT, there are majorly 5 different characteristics of IoT you can see here, right? So first one is dynamic and self-adapting, and the second one is self-configuring. Third one is interoperable communication protocol. Fourth one is unique identity. Fifth one is integrated into informative network. So now I would like to explain the each characteristic one by one. Okay. So when coming to the first one, dynamic and self-adapting. So IoT have a capability uh, capability to dynamic adapt with the changing context and take actions based on their operating conditions. Okay. And the second one is self-configuring. Here the IoT allows a large number of devices to work together to provide certain functionality. Okay. And in the third one, interoperable communication protocol. Here IoT supports a number of interoperable communication protocols and can communicate with other devices and also with infrastructure. Okay. And the fourth one is unique identities. So I already told you each IoT address have a unique IP address. So that is known as a unique identity. And the fifth one is integrated into information system. So here IoT allows them to communicate and exchange the data with other devices and systems. Okay. So these are all the 5 important characteristics of IoT. So I hope you have understood now what is IoT, right? So I want to ask you a small question. It's not a question, it's a small thing for a few minutes, a small activity. uh, can you think about a few applications of IoT which we are using in our day-to-day life? As I have told you the examples, domains and definition, and given you examples, characteristics also. Based on that you can think for a while and get the answers for this question. So I am repeating the question once again. Can you think about a few applications of IoT which we are using in our day-to-day life? So I am giving you 1 minute of time. Just think a while. So it's a basic thing we are using in our day-to-day life also. I have asked you a small question. Just try to think. Yeah. So now I'm going to show you the applications of IoT. So here comes the applications of IoT. So first one is home. So we are using IoT applications in our home. Energy is nothing but power plants. Cities, healthcare is nothing but hospitals. Industry, environment, retail, logistic, agriculture, health and lifestyle. So these are all the different applications which we are using in our day-to-day life. Okay. I think now it is clear to everyone what is IoT. And I told you we have to raise 3 questions whenever we are learning the course, right? So first one is what is X, why we are using X, and how we can use X, right? So we have find out what is IoT. Next we will go to why we are using IoT applications. Before that I want to show you some of the applications of IoT. So here you can see some of the applications of IoT, right? So here you can see IoT applications, right? So IoT applications and IoT platforms. So these are connected to different clouds. Why these are connected to clouds means whenever the sensor is responding, it is collecting a large amount of data. So it is difficult to store the large amount of data in a system. So we are creating a cloud and automatically whatever the data is stored through applications, every data is reaching to the cloud. And whenever the data is reaching to the cloud, I already told you, if we are collecting the data from the sensors without understanding how to use, it is useless, right? So that's the reason we will be exploiting the domains here in the clouds like networking, sensing, big data, AI. So in these all these domains we are using the data. Okay. So next we will see why we need IoT applications. So basically we need IoT applications for 4 reasons. First one is better decision. Second one is tracking. Third one is save time and cost. Fourth one is better quality. Will have better life. Okay. So I will be explaining you one by one. First one is better decision. So I have already told you IoT application is sending a large amount of data to the cloud, right? When we are getting large amount of data, so if we are having more amount of data, we can have a better decision with adding sensors. So these devices are able to collect large amount of data on many different areas. Okay, and the second one is tracking. So in the IoT, we have the ability to track and monitor the things also. And the third one is save time and cost. So we are using IoT because to save the time as well as the cost. Suppose lightening the workload with automation, having a device doing most of the work for you means that you can save more time and cost, right? And also increase the efficiency by saving money and resources. I will give you a small example. If light automatically turn themselves off the moment you leave the room, so you can save lot of money on your electricity bill, right? So in this way we can use IoT applications in many ways to save the time as well as the cost also. If the device is doing the human work, automatically our presence is not required, right? So we can save our time and we can use this time for the other important things. Whenever we are having the better decision and the tracking and saving the time and cost, automatically we will be having a better quality, right? When we are having a better quality of life, automatically we will increase the quality of life. So that's the reason we are using IoT. Okay. And next coming to how IoT applications can be used. So for this, I would like to show you a small video where a family is living with the IoT applications. So I will be playing here. Just give me a while. Yeah. So here you can see how life is simplified with the family and everything is connected to IoT. From morning wake up to bed, how they are connected to IoT and each and everything in their house is connected to IoT. Okay, you can see, you can observe each and everything, it's very clearly explained. So whenever the door is open, automatically the notification is sent to all the mobiles. So here we have collecting the data. Whenever he is coming to the room, it was showing the message that room is occupied and lights on. Whenever she is leaving the room, automatically lights off. Even for the refrigerator also, it is sending the notifications that eggs are out of stock. So her son is not waking up, so she raised the stereo volume. They're staying in the kitchen itself. So even it is showing the gas is below the tank level. So each and everything is connected to IoT. So the son has opened the door and he did not close properly. Immediately the refrigerator has sent a notification to the son that door is open. So he came and closed the door. So when father came to the office, automatically his calendar is showing the works what he have to do, and about the meetings also it is sending the notifications. Even for the land it is showing that is occupied, and even for the humidity sensor it is showing the soil moisture for it, whether the soil is ready for the irrigation or not. So identification, image processing technique is also applied here. So this is how it is we can say that IoT is connected to each and everything in a home, right? In this way we can use these IoT applications each and everywhere throughout the world. Okay, in the next class I would like to continue with the next topic, physical devices of IoT, and with this I am going to end the session now. Thank you.